The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
That's the 25 to the 20 to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Pine City High School for tonight's girls basketball matchup here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and of course live video at WCMPradio.com. As the intro said, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman, bringing you all the action from tonight's matchup here, a Friday night game here. It's been a while since I've called a basketball game on Friday night, but I'm excited to be back out here at Pine City High School for this one, as we see the St. Croix Prep Lions in town taking on our Pine City Dragons here this evening for this girls basketball matchup. It should be another good one here between these two teams. Early on in the season, the record not what either of these teams would like it to be, but both these teams still growing. And as we look at the St. Croix Prep roster, they do have a couple of seniors sprinkled in there. As I quickly glance over, it looks like about four of them. Yeah, four of them. But again, sometimes seniors, just because they are seniors doesn't mean they will start. So we'll have to wait and see what their starting lineup looks like. I'll get that to you here right before tip-off. But again, I'm excited for this one because I've never seen St. Croix Prep play. And obviously this is a year where it looks like they've got a little bit of a mix on their roster of youth and some seniors and some upperclassmen. But again, it's all about the experience. You can have, your entire roster full of seniors, but they may have never, I shouldn't say never, but they may not have that much varsity experience. They just may have, been in late in games when it was lopsided one way or another. So just because you have upperclassmen and seniors does not mean that the team is got that varsity experience. And that's kind of the case with Pine City. Is they do have a good mix of, veterans and younger players, but some of the veterans don't have a ton of varsity experience, and that is what the Dragons are working with this year, trying to gain that experience and grow as the season goes along. And, they're still meshing. They're still learning to mesh as a team. They're still learning to play as one unit instead of five individuals, and it is hard with the inexperience at some of the positions they have, and they're still growing, and they don't go super deep on their bench either. So there are some things that they are still ironing out here this season. But as I've said before, and I'll continue to say it, this team will look much different at the end of the season. Heck, even into January. I think come middle of January, this is going to look like a much different team for Pine City in the best way possible. And I am so excited to be along for the ride. Before we get into the basketball game too much, I want to remind you over on 100.9 FM and 95.5 FM, WCMP KBEK, Santa Claus is in studio at our studios there at WCMP. Now, you can call in if you have a young one who wants to call in and talk to Santa, and they want to tell Santa what they want for Christmas. So this goes until 8 o'clock tonight. So if your child has not yet got to talk to Santa Claus and tell him what they want for Christmas, be sure to call in to our studios, 320-629-7575, and get to talk to Santa. There, again, this goes until 8 p.m. tonight, and it is live on our airwaves. So I just want to get that out there because by the time I will remember to mention that again, it will be over. So be sure to have your child call in to the Santa's hotline tonight, as Josh Ramirez has got Santa Claus in studio here this evening. So with that PSA out of the way, taking a look at tonight's matchup here between the Lions of St. Croix Prep Academy and the Dragons of Pine City. St. Croix Prep plays out of Section 4 AA, where it is a lot of the academies and the St. Croix Lutherans and Agneses and Visit, all those kind of teams kind of play in this one section. But for St. Croix Prep on the year, 0-3 so far. Their offense hasn't gotten going yet. They average under 40 points per game. but their defense is actually pretty good. They average giving up about 58 points per game. Now, looking at the points they score per game, obviously that's not ideal. But when you're considering the fact that they're 0-3, I think a lot of people would look at that and go, well, that they would think that should be a lot more lopsided in the points for and points against category. But their defense has done a good job here this year of holding teams. They've only allowed one team to score 60, and that was New Richmond. That is a Wisconsin school, but that is it. Otherwise, they played United Christian Academy. They lost by 17 in that one. Then they played Hastings and lost only by 10. So they seem to be getting a little better as the season goes along. Again, this one wasn't a scheduled game at the beginning of the season. I think this one was added in there not too long ago. I don't remember when I checked last, and then I looked again and saw St. Croix Prep on there, but I don't think this was a scheduled game at the beginning. Well, I know it wasn't a scheduled game at the beginning of the year. There was, I forgot the situation. There was a game, but then it had to get canceled, and now they've got this one, so that's how that worked. I think it was the Chisago Lakes game. I think that's what it was. They were supposed to play Chisago Lakes, so their substitute game that they brought in was this one. So they were supposed to play Chisago Lakes for their first game of the season back in November, one of those Saturdays, and then now because that game was canceled, they got St. Croix Prep in here tonight to substitute that game, so they will have an even number of games going throughout the season. But for St. Croix Prep, I wish I had a lot more to talk about for their team coming into tonight, but I really don't. I don't have a lot of info on them. Again, 0-3, 0-1 at home, 0-2 on the road. They play out of the Skyline Conference, so taking a look at that conference for St. Croix Prep, again, it is a lot of the academies that are there. Currently, they are ranked fourth from the bottom. At the top is St. Croix Lutheran, then Maranatha Christian, St. Agnes, and Nova Classical Academy round out the top four. Then it's Cristo Rey Jesuit, St. Croix Prep, Concordia Academy, Trinity School, and New Life Academy. That rounds it all out. So, they haven't played a conference game yet, so they are right there kind of in the middle, and a lot of the teams that they play are in their section as well, so those are of the utmost importance to St. Croix Prep, as it is a lot of the times for our teams, our local teams, because a lot of them play in that Section 6AA, and a lot of those teams, or I should say some of the teams, are conference opponents. So as we switch over to Pine City now, looking at them on the season, they are 1-4. They have played 5 games already. Their offense hasn't quite kick-started the way they would have liked. We know this offense years past has just been unstoppable at times and has just been darn right dominant. This year, a little bit of a slower go at it because, again, the last couple of years they graduated pretty heavy, and this year they do have a good chunk of inexperience. Now, that's not to say that these girls won't learn, can't grow, and can't get a lot better. They will. I believe in that. But they are still learning at this point. It is still early in the season, and as I've said before, it's crazy to think about that. I'm now saying it thinking that we're right at Christmas just about. But you really don't 100% know what you're going to see and or have in your team, in my opinion, until after Christmas break. In my opinion, I believe up until Christmas break, you're still kind of ironing things out. You're still kind of figuring out your, for sure, starting 5. You're still kind of going around and seeing, hey, who's the best fit at which positions. And you might have that figured out to an extent, but I think you're cementing it in come Christmas break, and then that's kind of when you for sure know who is going to be playing where and when and how that lineup will look for the regular, or well, I shouldn't say regular season, but for the rest of the regular season. Of course, a lot of our local teams play in Christmas tournaments, so that also helps shore it up because you'll see a lot of teams you just won't normally see. Some are bigger schools, but some are just plain and simple better. So I think that is also a good chunk of time for your team to not only go, because a lot of times it's an overnight stay somewhere for 2-3 nights. So not only is it a good time to go and learn more about your team, but it's also a good time to bond for your team too, and that can help a team grow exponentially. So, for Pine City, again, they're still learning, they're still growing together, they're still meshing, they're still learning how to be one team and not 5 individuals on the court. And that's not easy to do, especially when you have some of the inexperience that they have. So just continuing to grow Pine City. And again, like I said, I'm glad to be along for the ride. But their offense scoring about 40 points per game, giving up about 65 points per game. But one good thing, they are 1-0 in the section after having won their first game against Mora, when they won that one 59-34. 39. So for Pine City, that was their first win of the season, and they're trying to get their second one here this evening. Now, they did lose their first one against Crosby, which Crosby is one of the favorites in the conference and to go to state, 95-32. They lost to Ogilvie by 20, but when you go back and look at that game, it didn't feel like 20 points. It felt like, yes, there were some points left out there by Pine City, but it really didn't feel like a 20-point difference. It really felt a lot closer. Then they had a super close loss to Aiken, 51-46. They beat Mora, and then, of course, they lost to Proctor here last night, 81-28. So a little bit tough for Pine City to start the season, but again, can't wait to see where this team winds up at the end of the year. Again, Aiken, Mora, and Crosby are all conference teams this year, so they now have their first win in the conference. They, up to that Mora game, were 0-3, but now they're 1-3, and they hope to continue to get these wins and stack them up as they will play at St. Francis. Actually, they've got a hefty road chunk coming up here. It starts next week, stops for Christmas break, then starts up again on the New Year's. And here's how it goes. They're at St. Francis and at Esco to close out right before Christmas break. If that wasn't tough enough, they come back from Christmas break to go to Foley and then to Bram, and then they go up to Hinckley-Madison. It just doesn't get there are no off nights for Pine City. That's plain and simple. That is how they end the season, if you will, before Christmas break, and then they started up with a tough road trip. So it is going to be a tough road, but again, that is how you grow, how you learn, and that is how these are the type of teams you're going to be playing in the playoffs. So they will be playoff ready when it does come around. And I hate saying that too, because it's like, oh man, that seems so far away, but believe it or not, that's going to be, I hate saying this too, but the playoffs are going to be here before we know it, as weird as that is. So looks like our pregame warm-ups have concluded. We're going to get our starting lineups, but our national anthem first. And while they do that, we're going to take a commercial break. After that, we'll be back with tip-off here on 106.5 FM AM 1350 W.
Your local radio. Your local Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and he's loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
And he caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9
WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
The Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show, presented by Eskimo and Ion, returns December 13th through 15th.
Join us for the biggest sale of the year.
With great deals on thousands of ice fishing and winter sports products under one roof.
You can shop, compare, and save.
Special features include the thrilling Sea Lion Splash,
trout fishing in the frozen basin,
and pro fishing and cooking tips from experts in the icebox.
If there's too much to see,
come back a second day for free.
Come for the deals.
Stay for the fun.
December 13th through 15th at the Deck in Duluth.
ArrowheadIceShow.com.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, Anthem Country. Of course, live video on our website. Take a look at your starters here tonight for the St. Croix Prep Lions. It'll be number 0, Lily Lothenbach. Number 1, Casey Sue Kittleson. Number 2, Avery White. Number 5, Sienna Brown. And number 11, Eleanor McGurran. They are head coached by Alex Ganaway. For your Pine City Dragons, it will be number 2, Mallory Klepper. Number 3, Piper Metling. Number 4, Paige Gray. Number 11, Brooke Boland. And number 23, Vivian Lottie. We might be in for a pretty darn good one here this evening. Two teams who are hungry to continue to try and win. Of course, Pine City, after suffering a little bit of a lopsided loss here last night, they're looking to quickly get back into the winners column and maybe spark something for their team on the season and really get it going. So we get set for this one again. Santa's Hotline on WCMP and KBK running until 8 p.m. So if you still haven't called in, be sure to call in to WCMP or KBK at 320-629-7575 to have your child talk to Santa Claus and tell him what they want for Christmas. There's only one person that could get Santa Claus in studio, and that's Joshua Miron, and that's who's talking with him here this evening. Mallory Klepper along with Avery White at center court. A little bit of an interesting lineup for both of these teams. Tip-off is won by Pine City. Lottie quickly over to Boland. Boland give it back now to Gray. Back to Boland. Boland a long three in the corner. It's going to come up just short and rebounded there by Casey Sue Kittleson. Here into the near side corner, Lothenbach trying to drive inside, and that's a travel. As she drove inside, she left both feet and then came back down. That is a travel, so that's the first turnover of the game. Klepper will inbound to Boland, and Prep will put on a full court press here. Pine City struggled with that early in season, and this time they do get around it. Klepper trying to go to Gray, and that pass behind Gray. The pass zigged when when Gray zagged, so it will go back to St. Croix Prep. Dragons wearing their home green uniforms. The white letters and numbers outlined in black. The black neck and shoulders and waistband in the bottom of the shorts. The Dragon logo on each hip of the shorts. St. Croix Prep has it. It's Sienna Brown with it, giving it near side to White. White just inside that perimeter. Shot is up, no good, and it's going to be rebounded here by Kittleson. Near side here to Brown for three. Oh, my goodness, what a smooth-looking shot that time for Brown. And the Lions have the first points on the board. Metling will get it quickly up to her. And now gives it to Gray on the far side. Gray will take a three. She answers, and Paige Gray says, hold up now. See, I did the Santa reference, because we're doing Santa. Yeah, it was terrible. I agree, but she ties it up at three apiece. Nice job there. As this pass nearly gets into traffic, but McGurran gets it, and then a shot there by White is no good. Boland is going to bring in the rebound for Pine City. She'll bring it up the court. She'll stop, give it far side to Gray, who has it go through her hands, but it winds up, she keeps it alive. Then this pass inside, absolutely dangerous, and Brown is going to come away with the steal for St. Croix Prep. That was a little bit of an ill-advised pass, if you will, inside. That shot is up and no good. Rebounded here by Klepper. The Dragons want to push the pace a little bit. They're going to go quickly up the court. Klepper picks up her dribble. Shot is up. Oh, no good. They're going to say she traveled. Another turnover here, and we'll see our first substitution as checking into the game for Pine City is going to be number 14, Retta Ganote. She's really stepped up here this year. She was in for Lottie while she was gone for Thanksgiving, and I thought she played pretty well. Ganote is only, I believe, a sophomore, and travel. It's there by, again, that's Sienna Brown. So another turnover. We got plenty of turnovers here in this first part of the game. Again, full court press put on by St. Croix Prep. They'll get it up to Ganote. Ganote will give it over to Bolin on the far side of the court. Now, that's Gray going inside to Bolin. Back outside for Ganote for three, just off the mark, and Vivian Lotte is there for the rebound. She's going inside. Ganote just short on that one, and it's no good. White, Avery White with the rebound. Gives it to Sienna Brown near side. That is Gray guarding Brown, and now a long three here from White. It is good. You can't leave her alone. They left her wide open, and anytime you leave any player wide open from three, more than likely they're going to get it to fall. This pass over the hand of the outstretched hand of Ganote, stolen by Lothenbach. And now a two here is no good. And nearly, actually was rebounded by McGurran, but then she stepped on the line, and it will go back to Pine City. Klepper in, Lotte out, and yeah, Pine City just didn't go after that rebound. They got to be a little bit more aggressive going after that. This pass to Klepper in some dangerous territory, but she winds up getting it. We do have a sub in for St. Croix Prep. Get that to you in just a moment. That's number 10, Kate Davis. That's a pretty easy one to say as the Dragons have it. Trying to pass it around and find somebody open to shoot. Book Bolin on that far side. She's guarded well, goes inside to Klepper. Klepper back out Bolin. Bolin for three. Oh, just off the mark. And Gray can't get to that one in time. It will go out of bounds and back to St. Croix Prep. Prep wearing their white away uniforms. The navy letters and numbers outlined in that gold. Their navy stripe down the side of the jersey and short outlined in gold as well with the navy trim on the bottom of the shorts as well. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Ooh, they're going to say last touch by Pine City. I thought it was a little bit closer than that. In fact, I had really thought that it was going to be Pine City's ball. So the Lions catch a break with that one. Brown will inbound, trying to find somebody. She does to White. That shot is no good. Bolin is going to bring in the rebound. Bolin quickly up the court here to Gray. Gray tried to go inside to Klepper, and that one just a little too tough. Kittleson going to get the steal. Yeah, right now Pine City just playing a little too quick, a little too careless, if you will. This shot no good. Bolin again, another rebound. Stacking them up early. She's got three. Bolin will push the court. She's going to lob it inside to Klepper. Back outside Metling. Metling for three. Just off the mark. Klepper, though, is going to get the rebound. She puts it up. No good. It is Ganote there trying to grab the rebound. Oh, they're going to say it's Brown who's going to wind up with it. I thought they were going to get at least a dueling possession for a jump ball, but Brown came in with it. This is stolen away by Chloe. Oh, my goodness. Klepper almost with the steal, but as she possessed it, she stepped on the baseline. It will stay with St. Croix Prep. 6-3, 13:57 to go in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Inbound here goes to McGurran. McGurran back inside to White. Near side to Davis. Davis guarded well, now back to White. White will give it off here. Nearly stolen away by Paige Gray. Paige Gray making some noise early on. We do have that Bram Crosby Ironton game that will be on 95.5 FM KBK after the conclusion of Santa's Hotline. This pass inside is dangerous, and Brooke Bolin says, give me that. She takes it away. They've got numbers 3-on-2. Klepper inside, tries to get around the defender. Vivian Lotte gets the rebound. She absolutely swiped it. Gray for three. It's no good. Lotte again with another rebound. She'll give it around the perimeter to Gray. Again to Lotte for three. It's no good. And the rebound this time going to be by Kate Davis of the Lions. Quickly up the court, though, Brown. She slows things down. Excuse me, that is not Brown. That is number 3. That would be Eden Lothenbach. And back and forth they will go from her to McGurran. Now back over near side to White. She got a little bit of a crease, and she'll give it off to Davis before she got the travel. They missed a travel on that one. And pass to nobody here. That one, again, case of the player zigging when the pass was zagging. And we'll see a substitution. Metling in. And getting a rest is Paige Gray. That is a well-deserved rest for Gray. She has done a ton of work defensively. She's also got the first points on the board and the only points on the board. Metling gets absolutely pounded when that pass got to her. Surprised they didn't get a foul there. They finally will as that pass went off to Klepper. They will finally get the foul there, and it is going to go against Sienna Brown. Yeah, I mean, Klepper was clobbered as she was getting that pass thrown to her. Pass inbounded to Bolin here, near side corner, back to Metling, inside to Klepper. Nearly stolen away. Klepper turnaround Jays, no good. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. We're going to get this one on Eleanor McGurran, her first, team second. And again, Klepper's at the line to shoot 2. First one's up, no good, a little bit short. Paige Gray will check back in, and she's going to come in for Boland. This one rattles home. So Klepper with her first points on the board, 6-4. McGurran goes far side. Oh, it actually hits the basket, and Klepper's going to wind up with the steal. Trying to go into Gray. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Klepper, and she's fouled again to go to the line and shoot another 2. Great job by the Dragons to draw another foul. McGurran again, the guilty Lion. That'll be her second, team's third. It's 6-4, and Klepper at the line with an opportunity to try and tie this one up at 6. First one off the front of the rim and through. As White, and we've got number 4 checking in for St. Croix Prep, Peyton Bloom, I believe is how you say it. Or Blum. B-L-U-H-M. I think it's Bloom. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So Klepper's second one is good as well, and she'll tie us at 6 apiece. Nice job there by Mallory Klepper. Some clutch free throws. Now the pass inbounded here to Bloom. She's guarded well, gives it back over to Lothenbach. That's Eden Lothenbach. There's 2 of them on the team. And now taking it forward is White. Over to Davis. Back outside to Bloom. Far side over to Lily Lothenbach. Lily Lothenbach has it. Getting a screen from presumably, or no, that's Bloom now. And a 3 here from Bloom. It's off the mark, and Boland gets the rebound. Quickly up the court, Klepper gives it off near side to Metling. Now to Boland, to Lottie. Lottie far side, has Klepper. Klepper, 3. It's good! Mallory Klepper with 3, makes it 9-6. Good looking passing there from Pine City, and a great 3 from Klepper to give the Dragons the lead. White trying to do it all herself on that far side against Lottie. She just had that step on Lottie, but Lottie was able to get her in that corner and kind of cut her off in a way, so she lost that step that she once had. This pass now near side to Lothenbach for 3. That is almost good, but it's just off the mark, and Klepper is going to come up with the rebound for Pine City. She'll slow things down, let the offense get ahead. She'll give it over to Boland now, calling out the offense, and now she'll give it over to Gray. Gray to Metling, and that's going to be stolen away. Fast break opportunity here for Lothenbach. Blocked by Gray, and Gray, yeah, she was out of bounds as she went to get the rebound. But you got to love her tenacity. You got to love her effort, her hustle, because if she doesn't hustle back, she could have easily just let her go on that one. But she didn't. She hustled back, made the blocked shot, and now forces St. Croix Prep to try and do it again. Boland jumped on the fake 3 from Lothenbach. That pass is just behind Bloom, and it's going to be a turnover back to Pine City. Defense starting to make some noise here for Pine City. Stepping up here in the offense. Slow going early on, but with those last couple of shots, they might just get that spark. Pass here to Metling. Metling at center court now. Gets it into the offensive zone. Boland gives it off the far side to Gray. Gray's going to quickly take the 3. It's there, and then it goes over the top of the backboard, and that is going to be out of bounds. So it will be Prep ball. And we'll get a timeout call here by St. Croix Prep. And while they take one, we'll take one as well. You're listening to Girls Basketball here on WCMP.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, load up on deals like Heggy's Pizza, 2 for $16, with a new breakfast pizza available. Starbucks Frappuccinos are 2 for $7. Buy a fountain drink and get a Reese's King Size for only $2. And fill your propane tanks for $3.99 a gallon. Get ready for hunting and frying that turkey. 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Game Day Gilman out here. Again, I want to remind you, Santa's hotline runs till 8. Be sure to call in. You've got about 50 minutes left. If you haven't, call 320-609-7575 for a chance for your child to talk to Santa. Tell him what they want for Christmas. And then after Santa's hotline, we'll get that Bram versus Crosby Ironton game on our airwaves on KBK. Inbound is going to be stolen away by Vivian Lottie. She has the ball back from her teammate. She'll step back, kind of let the offense get set. She gives it off to Paige Gray on the far side. Gray guarded well there by Bloom. That pass, or ball rather, is going to be knocked out of bounds by Bloom. And Kittleson will come in for Kate Davis on the prep side. But again, as I mentioned, that Crosby Ironton versus Bram game will be on KBK at the conclusion of Santa's hotline. Bolin gets the inbound back to Lottie. A turnaround jumper for Klepper, almost there, and that's going to go out of bounds. I believe that should be Pine City ball. It will be, as it was knocked out of bounds by a member of the Lions. Bolin will look to inbound. She does to Metling. Back to Bolin on the far side corner for three. That's no good. Looks like we're going to get a whistle here on Pine City on Paige Gray. Get her for a push there, and it will turn it over to St. Croix Prep. Their first foul here in the game. And again, Gray's first. Inbound will get on the far side to Lothenbach. Eden, and it's stolen away by Vivian Lottie once again. Bolin inside. Back outside. Klepper for three. A little bit long. And unfortunately, it touches the strap that brings up and down the backboard. And that will be another one that will go back to St. Croix Prep. Defensively for Pine City, as I mentioned before, they're heating up. They're starting to get things going. Offensively, still kind of struggling to get things going. But, man, this feels like a game where when they do, good luck stopping them. Breakout pass to White goes to Bloom, and Bloom has to slow things down. Back to White for two. That is good. It's 9-8. A little bit of full court press here put on by the Lions. Klepper gets it into the offensive zone. Gives it far side to Bolin. Bolin will slow things down. Give it back near side to Gray. Gray looks for a little bit of a mini screen, if you will, from Klepper. Gives it over to Lottie, and that pass just too far for her. It will go out of bounds, and it will go back to the Lions. Again, not the Ogilvie Lions. This is the St. Croix Prep Lions. Inbound here from Kittleson, trying to find Lothenbach. Eden Lothenbach instead gives it to White. White trying to get around Klepper. Gives it up the court now to Lily Lothenbach. She drives inside and gets it to fall for two. A little bit of an awkward shot for her, but she gets it to fall no less. And now Pine City trails once again 10-9. Yeah, their defense again playing well. It's just their offense can't get things going. And now Lothenbach, that's Lily Lothenbach with a steal. Pass there from Brecken Reiser trying to get to her teammate, but just off the mark, and now Eden Lothenbach with it. Bloom wide open for three. Instead gives it to White. That's going to roll off and will be rebounded by Lottie. And that pass stolen away. Ooh, Eden Lothenbach might have gotten away with stepping on the baseline on that far side. That shot is no good. And I think we're going to get a foul here on Pine City, which would be their second. And they'll get that one on Brecken Reiser. Can't fault her for that, though. She's playing hard defense. And again, I think a lot of coaches, if you get a type of foul like that, while you're not pleased with the foul, you're okay with it because you're getting the hustle play from your teammate, or your player, rather. Inbound here to Lothenbach. That's Eden Lothenbach. Shot well off the mark, and it's going to be taken by Lottie. Quickly up the court, Klepper. Klepper waiting for the offense to get back up with her. She'll give it over to Lottie. Now on that far side, Gray. Nice quick step trying to get inside. Excuse me, that's Ganote. Ready Ganote. That quick stutter step to get inside. And it was knocked from her hand, but it went out of bounds, so Pine City will hold on to it. 8:35 to go here, first half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Three locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Inbound here is tipped out of bounds. Also, they have board-certified orthodontists who are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere, and they'll also leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Thanks to them and all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast. Bolin inbound here to Lottie. Back to Bolin, back inside Lottie. Lottie is absolutely getting pounded inside. Shot here by Metling is no good, rebounded by Avery White. Nearly lost it, but her teammate Eden Lothenbach is there to help her out. Lily Lothenbach with the pass to her on the far side, trying to get around Metling. Now Bolin covering, now back to Eden Lothenbach. A long three, that is good, oh my. That's a good-looking shot. That's no other way to put it. That's just a good shot. 13-9 now, and Dragons go up the court. Metling inside to Lottie. Puts it up and in for two. They're trying to get the play inside from Lottie and Klepper right now, and the Lions are just doing a good job of making sure that they can't. This pass is tipped, and Klepper going to wind up with the steal because of the blocked shot, or pass rather, by Bolin. They'll bring it up the court. Lottie with it now. Giving it back to Bolin. Bolin gets around one. Finds a lane inside. Is poked out. Poked out, stolen away by Lily Lothenbach. And they've got numbers. This is poked out of Lily Lothenbach's hands. Oh, I think her foot slipped to the baseline, but I think she had the pass out beforehand. And this shot, no good by White. Klepper is there for the rebound. Dragons got lucky. Bolin to Metling, back to Klepper, now to Metling, near side corner for three. And Metling's on the board with a nice-looking three to make it 14-13. Dragons needed that one. So now their offense on a little bit of a roll, scoring four unanswered. Shot is up, no good, out of bounds. It will, oh my goodness, that should be Pine City ball. They're going to say last touch by the Dragons. But they're on the court, so stick with what they say. Reiser will check back in for the Dragons for Lottie. Inbound here to Davis. Back outside to Lily Lothenbach. Pass over now to Eden Lothenbach. A sidestep three. That three is going to come up short. Klepper's right there. Fielding it like a punt quickly up the court now to Gray. To Klepper. She'll take the long three. That looks good. It is. Klepper with the quick trigger to make it 17-13. Wow. There was no hesitation on that shot, and that's why I think that it was so good, because she had the confidence that she knew she was going to shoot it. Prep with a good breakout pass up the court to get their offense started, but Dragons defense gets back in a hurry. Now on the near side for Kittleson for three. Ooh, that's good as well. Man, a lot of threes falling here in this first half, and they're good-looking shots. Get a foul. Nice job by Gray drawing that foul. That one's going to go against Eden Lothenbach, her first team's fourth. Reiser out in is Metling. Again, Metling back from that knee injury. Kept her out all of last year. Got that brace on her leg. And again, not that she's not able to go, but as last time we talked to her, she said, I'm full 100% able to go with no restrictions. So that may be just more precaution. Klepper with it from Metling, near side to Bolin for three. Oh, it was there, no good. Klepper going to get the rebound. Bolin fumbled with it, and unfortunately, they couldn't get it back. But getting it back, I believe that was Bolin. Bolin with her first points on the board to make it 19-16. Again, full court press here by Pine City. Got to watch for that breakout pass, because that's where the Lions have been gashing the Dragons. They do get it out to Brown, but they have to slow things down because, again, that Dragon defense gets back very quickly. Lily Lothenbach with it. It's still poked out by Bolin, stolen away by Gray. Gray to the basket. It's no good. Metling there for her first rebound. Inside, Bolin is absolutely... Oh, I thought they were going to say an offensive foul. No, they do get Eden Lothenbach for the foul. It's her second, team's fifth. A couple substitutions here for St. Croix Prep. Lottie in, out is Gray. But Bolin was drilled inside as she went to go for that shot, and she lost the ball. But she did draw the foul, so Dragons will get to inbound. 19-16, Bolin will inbound to Klepper. Klepper near side gives it to Redica. No, a little too short on that one. And, Lottie trying to slap it back in, maybe even get it off of a defender to go out of bounds, but it's going to be taken in by Brown on the rebound. Now near side to Lothenbach. To White at the top of the key, gets a screen. but she's guarded well. She's trying to drive around, gets it back to Lothenbach on the far side. Now top of the key for Brown. She's open. She's going to take that three all day long. It's no good. Bolin there for the rebound. Bolin going to bring it up the court. Gives it off Metling. Metling, near side, far side corner rather, to Lottie. Metling, a long three. That's college range. Going to come up just an inch or two short. And Lottie almost. I think they're actually going to get a foul here on Lottie. Again, that's one of those where you may not be so pleased with the foul itself, but you're okay with the foul just because she's fighting to get that ball back. And obviously nothing malicious about it, but you're okay with it in a sense. White quickly up the court. Pass to Lothenbach, back out here to Kittleson. She gets the defender to jump, now back over to White on that far side. That one's going to roll off. It's rebounded by McGurran, now back outside to Brown. Brown pulls it in, that pass just a little bit wide, but she pulls it in, now over to Lothenbach. Lothenbach on the far side here to Brown. Brown for three. It was blocked there by Mallory Klepper. I'm telling you. Klepper, I said it last year, she was going to try and have to step into the role in the shoes of Jusak, and she's done a pretty good job playing that inside kind of post role. This shot here just off the mark for the Lions, rebounded by Lottie. Rebounding a lot better here tonight for the Dragons as Bolin brings it up, gives it to Klepper, now to Metling. Metling trying to find a lane inside, gives it back outside, top of the key to Bolin. Bolin going to drive inside, back outside, Gray. Gray's got a long time to think about this one. Shot is up, no good. Vivian Lottie absolutely stole that rebound. Back outside Metling. Metling no good. Oh, Gray got hit in the head. Yeah, they're going to get it. Gray got hit in the head as she got that rebound. She's going to go to the line and shoot two. They're going to get this one here on Sienna Brown. Her second. Team's at sixth. And unfortunately for the Lions, they have three players now with two fouls to make it six. Gray with her first shot. It is good. Again, she started the game with the opening three to give the Dragons that 3-0 lead. Good on her first free throw. This one is good as well. Paige Gray. She didn't get a ton of playing time last year, but when she did get in, it was... She did play really well. And she comes back on defense to block that pass and knock it out of bounds. Paige Gray is everywhere. One of the improved players early on, you can really tell, is Paige Gray. She has really stepped up for this Dragons team. I think a lot of times you could say, who's going to step up? And this shot is blocked by Klepper. It's going to be stolen away here by Boland. The Dragons' defense is everywhere. Boland will give it far side to Gray. Gray, Klepper, top of the key. Klepper will give it here to Lottie. Lottie, the Lions are really guarding that inside. They're not allowing Dragons to drive. Klepper with it, gives it to Metling. The pass is through her hands. Boland going to wind up with it. Nice job by Boland. Far side, Gray. Sidesteps to the defender, driving inside, lost it. And White will get the steal. That was a good move, though, by Gray. Quickly up the court, Lily Lothenbach with it. Metling giving her a little bit of space. Now Metling will guard. She will be like glue on her. Gives it back over to Kittleson. That pass was nearly tipped by the defender, and the shot is no good. White is going to come away with that rebound. That's one where the Dragons are going to say, hey, we have to come down with that one. Screen coming here for Lily Lothenbach. A couple of players fall. The shot is no good, and Brooke Boland going to come up with the rebound. Piper Metling was a little slow to get up, but she's quickly back up the court on the offensive zone. Boland gives it back to Lottie. Lottie, a long three. Oh, it was there, but it's just a little too long. Now Gray with the rebound, and we're going to get a foul here on St. Croix Prep. They're going to get this one on Lily Lothenbach, her first, team seventh. It's a 1-and-1 for Paige Gray. Paige Gray, again, has just been everywhere tonight for Pine City. It is great to see the improvement she's made as Piper Metling will get a rest, and she smiles on her way back to the bench. Gray's shot, first one is going to rattle home, so she'll be granted a second one. That one is good, 22-16 here. 2:19 to go in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. Team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible. Both of them good by Paige Gray. 23-16. Quickly up the court, though. A breakout pass to Sienna Brown. Shot is up. No good. She's fouled. And Pine City was just not ready. They were not in good position. They're going to get this one on Retta Ganot, which would be her first and the team's fourth. And now at the line to shoot 2 is Sienna Brown. Shot is up and good. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Pine City. They were just not ready. They were not in position for that breakout pass as Metling quickly back in for Ganot. As the Dragons get ready to try and rebound if need be. 2:14 to go. Sienna Brown made her first. This one is no good. Klepper there for the rebound. And Klepper will bring it forward for the Dragons. She stops, gives it back to Bolin on the near side. Bolin traveled to the top of the key. Give it over to Gray. Gray on that far side elbow gives it inside Klepper. Oh, to Metling. Metling had a lane, but that passed just a little bit outside. And if it wasn't, Metling would have been driving to the basket. They tried to go inside to Lottie. It's tipped and stolen away here by Kittleson. And, yeah, that was just telegraphed by White. That was just an ill-advised pass. Now White trying to drive inside. Blocked again by Klepper. Klepper has 3 blocks here in the first half. I'm gonna say that again. 3 blocks in the first half for Mallory Klepper. That is nuts. Inbound pass here to, you got a new young lady in. They're going to get a travel on this new young lady who is in for the first time. This is Elsa Hall. Hall in for the first time. Pine City wastes no time getting the inbound to Bolin, now to Klepper. Get it over to Bolin. Bolin will get it up the court in the offensive side in plenty of time for that 10-second clock. Again, you get 10 seconds after the inbound to get it into your offensive zone. Pass inside again, just telegraphed by White. That is too dangerous. Pine City is just a little too lackadaisical with their passing here lately. They're not getting it strong enough. And now Sienna Brown with a 3. That is good. Yeah, unfortunately, they're just a little too careless with these passes. And I hate to say it because I'm not trying to pick on Pine City, but just it is what it is. They got to be a little bit smarter with what they're doing passing-wise. Bolin trying to set up the offensive play. She'll give it to Metling now in the far side corner to Bolin. Bolin thought about it, but she's guarded well by the defender. She wanted to go to Klepper, trying to drive that baseline. Now we'll give it to Lottie. Lottie over to Klepper. Klepper near side Metling. Metling will pull the trigger for 3. It's going to come up just short, and White is going to get the rebound there for Prep, and her heel might have been on that baseline. Tries to give it over. Bolin nearly got the steal, but it gets to Lily Lothenbach. Driving inside. The shot is no good here by Kittleson. Rebounded by Vivian Lottie. And it's Metling with it up the court. Shot clock is off. 28 seconds to go here in the first half. Metling will give it over here to Gray. Gray, she'll travel to the top of the key. She'll look, want to give it to Lottie. She will. Lottie on that far side. She'll dribble it back to the top of the key. Guarded well. She'll go inside Klepper. Back outside Metling. Metling had it open, but instead she pulls it down, gives it to Gray. Gray inside to Klepper. Klepper turnaround shot. It's no good. And the rebound here by White. She's got numbers. The other way. Pass to Lothenbach. Shot is good. Did she draw the and one? She did. And this could tie us up. Oh, man. This is on Paige Gray, her second foul. So now Lily Lothenbach with a chance for a 3-point play to tie us up. And it's no good. So she cannot tie it up. Paige Gray with the shot towards the basket. It's no good. So at halftime, the Dragons do lead 23-22, but man, the play at the end of this half, not what they were hoping for. So the Dragons will go into halftime leading, though, and that is positive, though, as they go into half. There will still be things they want to work on, but good news is they are leading at the half. We'll take a commercial break. We'll come back after our word from our fine sponsors and recap this first half of action. You're listening to Girls Basketball on
Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual are dedicated to a season of cheer. We wish you a very happy holiday season and the joy of spending time with family and friends. It is our gift to serve you, now and in the future. Celebrate this holiday season and trust in tomorrow. Contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent, at pineagency.us today or call 320-629-2515 for all your insurance needs. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
106.5 FM, 1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action every game, every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally. 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and of course live with video on our website at WCMPradio.com. The Dragons lead at halftime, 23-22, but it should have been, I think if you're the Dragons, you're looking at this one and you're going, man, this should have been a lot more lopsided than it was. They I don't want to say they seem to be the better team. I think these two teams are actually really evenly matched, but for Pine City, they definitely got on a roll a lot more than St. Croix Prep did. They got things going. Their offense looks a little bit better, but just when it looks better, St. Croix Prep comes back with some pretty good defense themselves and creates some turnovers. But if you're Pine City right now, it's the turnovers. The turnovers are the big issue right now. They've had just far too many of them. And I think late in that half, they just, again, not picking on anyone, not trying to say anything bad, but they just got a little too careless with their passing. They didn't take care of the ball as well as they should have there in that first, or the end of the first half, rather, and that's what allowed St. Croix Prep to go on that little bit of a scoring run to end the half of about 5-6 points. So for Pine City, less than ideal end to the half, but throughout the first half, they did a really good job. There are a few scoring droughts in there, obviously, but as they went along, man, they really heated up towards the middle of that game, or the middle of the first half, and it really looked good. Their defense was shutting down everything that St. Croix Prep wanted to do. They were creating turnovers, and they did a really good job from the free throw line, as we'll get into some of the stats from that first half for St. Croix Prep. Leading the way for them was Sienna Brown with 7 points, 5 for Avery White, 4 for Lily Lothenbach, and then 3 for both Eden Lothenbach and Casey Sue Kittleson. Rebound-wise, White led them with 5. They had 10 steals in that first half. 3 of them came from Lothenbach. That's Lily Lothenbach. They were 1 of 3 from the free throw line. They had 7 team fouls. On the other side for Pine City, leading the way for them was Mallory Klepper with 9. Paige Gray had 7. She got the opening shot to fall from 3. 3 for Piper Metling, 2 from both Brooke Boland and Vivian Lottie. And then you had both Mallory Klepper and Vivian Lottie with 8 rebounds, 6 for Boland. They had 7 steals, 2 from Boland, Lottie, and Klepper. They had 4 blocks, and 3 of them came from Mallory Klepper there in that first half. They were 7 of 8 from the free throw line and 5 team fouls. So you look at some of it, I thought they had a lot more steals in that first half than what they did. But according to my stats, again, you take that with a grain of salt. My stats aren't 100% accurate. But according to my stats, they only had 7 to the St. Croix Prep 10. So they are -3 in the steal department. But turnover-wise, yeah, they are in the minus in that They are in the minus in the turnover department as well. St. Croix Prep has turned them over a lot more often than Pine City has turned St. Croix Prep over. So one of the things that they'll look to really start to push in their direction and in their favor are the turnovers. And not only the turnovers, you'll hear me talk about this a lot, and I think it's so important no matter what sport you're in, but getting points off of turnovers. Pine City's done a decent job of that here tonight, but I think they can get better. Again, one of the things from the first half that we noticed is their offense started to get rolling, and they seemed confident. And when they were going to shoot the ball, they had it in their head. They were going to shoot the ball. They were confident about when they were shooting the ball, and they were getting things to fall. The passing was good. They ran, and it just all looked smooth. It all looked confident. But you could see when the Lions started to kind of get into that game of Pine City and started to affect that game plan, their game plan, that's when the doubt started to creep in for Pine City. Do I want to shoot this ball? Do I want to give it off to someone else? Do I want to give another person a chance who might have a better shot? And then the passes were not as clean. We've seen twice there at the end of the first half where the pass, if it was just a little bit harder, a little bit smoother, it would have gotten in there, but it was a little too soft on the pass, so that led to White telegraphing the pass, stepping in there and getting the turnover for St. Croix Prep, excuse me. So I think for Pine City, again, just they got to play with that tenacity and that want and that effort all throughout the first half. Not that they didn't want to, didn't have the will or the effort, but sometimes it just felt they were a little too careless with the ball. So they need to make sure that they're taking care of the ball, I think, will be number one. Because if you eliminate even half of your turnovers there in the first half, this looks a lot different here at halftime. Instead of 23-22, it's probably more or less 30-22 or even 35-22 with the way their offense was rolling, or maybe even 23-15, 23-10. It would have looked a lot different there in this first half had they eliminated even half their turnovers. So I think the main concern here and the main talking point at half will be, let's take care of the basketball. That's going to be the main talking point. Take care of the ball. If we can take care of the ball, I think everything will start to fall, because we've seen when the confidence was there and they started to get things rolling really smoothly. That's going to do it for halftime. We're going to take one more commercial break. We'll be back for the start of half number 2 here on WCMP.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative. At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Hey there, sports fans. Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City, and we have a Lee's Crazy Sale going on. It's time to gear up for hockey, basketball, wrestling, or volleyball equipment, as it is all 20% off. That's right, 20% off all your favorite hockey, basketball, wrestling, and volleyball equipment. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, Lee's Pro Shop has everything you need to take your game to the next level. So don't wait. Stop by Lee's Pro Shop today. Save big on your favorite sports equipment. Hurry in for Lee's Crazy Sale. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Here, WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, Game Day Gillen with you. Don't forget, we'll be back out here tomorrow for Pine City Boys hosting Duluth Marshall. So we're right back out at it tomorrow evening. Also, don't forget, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We did a little bit of a rebranding instead of just WCMP Sports because we cover both WCMP and KBK. We rebranded it to Q Media Sports, so just a little bit of a rebrand. And to start off the second half, St. Croix Prep is going to turn the ball over, so Pine City will get the ball back early. 6 seconds into the second half, and we've got the ball to Pine City already. Again, hit that red subscribe button. You'll see it there. Hit that red subscribe button. This pass into no man's land by Klepper, and it's going to be stolen away by Lothenbach, and that is not what you want, especially after halftime. A wide open three for Eden Lothenbach, and it is no good. Rebounded by Mallory Klepper. Wide open up the court for Klepper, but it's no good, and rebounded by Lily Lothenbach. Oh, man, the Dragons, that's one where you need to convert, but I think Klepper may have heard the footsteps of the defender. And now stepping inside, taking the two, is Eden Lothenbach, and it's a lead back for St. Croix Prep. Mallory Klepper will bring it forward. Now she's double-teamed, gives it to Vivian Lottie, over to Metling, near side to Bolin. Inside to Gray, and Gray, great job, but shot is no good. Lottie's shot is no good off the rebound. And this ball is knocked out of bounds by the Lions. Looks like we had Metling who needed to tie her shoe real quick. She's back into it. And now Bolin will get set to inbound for the Dragons, trailing by 1. Again, you got 5 seconds to inbound. She gets it in time to Paige Gray. Now back to Bolin in the near side corner. They're going to double Metling. They'll get it over to Gray, and Gray's going to step back and kind of reset things here a little bit. Gives it to Metling now. 7 on the shot clock. Bolin will sidestep for 3. It's no good, and Gray almost had the rebound. Lothenbach's going to take it away, though. Pass inside to White is tipped, nearly stolen by Klepper. White gets it back. She'll give it on the far side to Kittleson. Kittleson goes inside to White. White quickly, shot is up and in for 2. Oh, man. Some really good passing by St. Croix Prep, but defense there, Pine City. And now we'll get a foul here on St. Croix Prep. Metling drew the foul. We're going to get this one on Avery White, her first, team's first of the second half. Vivian Lottie will set to inbound for Pine City. Lottie will get it to Klepper. Nice pass by Lottie. Klepper driving baseline, aggressive, and she, oh my goodness, can't get it to fall. It is rebounded by Lottie. It's swatted out, and then Bolin trying to get it to fall. White, and that is on the line. It will be Pine City. Oh my goodness, that should be Pine City ball. It is. Okay. I was about to say, that is definitely last touch by St. Croix Prep. 16:02 to go here, second half. Lottie will look to inbound. She'll get it near side to Bolin. Bolin keeps it over her head. She'll get it inside to Lottie. Back outside Metling. Metling gives it back to Lottie for 3 in that far side corner. And Lottie gets it to fall to tie us up at 26 apiece. Good looking shot there by Vivian Lottie. Eden Lothenbach over to Kittleson. Near side corner to Lothenbach. Now back to Kittleson. Kittleson guarded well by Bolin. To Brown on the far side for Eden Lothenbach. And that's going to come up short. And Klepper's going to get the rebound. Klepper gets through the double team. Lost it. Stolen away by Kittleson. Yeah, the care for the ball right now is not ideal, as this one is no good by St. Croix Prep. Klepper with the rebound. That's 10-4. She thought about the pass. She faked it, and then it is rebounded by White. Klepper that's Bolin did a good job to get her hand out of there to not get the foul call, and now the pass up the court here to Kittleson is pushed out of bounds. Nice job there by Piper Metling. Klepper will catch a break here as Ganote checks into the game for Pine City. Prep will inbound. They do to Lily Lothenbach on the far side to White. To Eden Lothenbach inside White. White gets around the defender Ganote. Shot is up, no good, but Ganote draws, or is the guilty Dragon, which is her second foul. Team's first of the second half, and now White will shoot 2. 15:01 on that Brace Orthodontic scoreboard. This one's no good. They will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you, by the way, and if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at EmbraceMN.com. The team over there believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. So no good on the first one is White. This one will be good, though. 1-2 to make it 27-26. Bolin inbounds to Gray. Back to Bolin. Bolin pauses. We'll give it back to Gray. Trying to get around the defender. She does, and she'll hand it now to Metling in the offensive zone. Gives it near side to Gray, going inside to Lottie. Wanted to go back to Gray, now back outside. Metling, shot is no good. A little bit long, and Ganote going to come up with a big rebound. Far side for Gray, and they're going to say she double dribbled. So Klepper will check in for Lottie. Also coming in for the first time here tonight is going to be number 4. Good grief. Number 13, Kate Unverzat. Kate Unverzat checks into the game for the first time here tonight. 27-26. Davis in. White. Shot is up. No good. It is Eden Lothenbach with the rebound. Back outside to Brown. On the far side, Lily Lothenbach for 3. It's going to be long. And it's going to be tipped and rebound for Bolin. Bolin quickly up the court. Beautiful pass inside to Klepper. And Klepper drops it in. And now has a double-double on the evening. 11 points, 10 rebounds. Inside shot is no good, and Klepper right there again for the rebound. She had the good defense as well. Oh, Kate Unverzat didn't realize the pass was going to get to her, and she was not looking, but luckily the Dragons are there to get it back. Bolin, beautiful pass inside to Paige Gray, and she drops it in for 2. You can't ask for better passing from Pine City. 28-27 now. Timeout call by St. Croix Prep. I believe it was we lost the scoreboard. I think it was a 30. And we might be down with the scoreboard right now. Uh-oh. So we're going to get into, I think, in a little bit of an extended break because the scoreboard just went. We're trying to figure it out. They're getting it figured out. So we'll make sure there we go. We get it all figured out. And as I thought, yeah, it is. So it is 30-27 because with their first shot, they got the lead back 28-27. And with that last shot by Gray, that extended their lead to 30-27. So 30-27, the scoreboard was just decided it needed a little bit of a break. It needed the timeout as well to get things figured out for itself. Timeout's over, scoreboard's back up and running, and we've got the correct score. Great job down there at the scorer's table getting it all figured out. They do a great job down there, especially with that. When you got a technical difficulty, they did a great job figuring it out. So after the timeout by St. Croix Prep, we're back to action. Lily Lothenbach quickly up the court to White. She's left alone, can't do that, but Kate Unverzat inside. Her shot's no good, and oh my goodness, nobody there on the rebound for Pine City. You got to get there. Ganote and Unverzat just not going to the ball, and I think they were thinking someone else was going to get that one. I think they got this one on Vivian Lottie. They did. Interesting. Her team second of the second half, and at the line to shoot 2 is Eden Lothenbach. First one's no good. Metling and Gray back in for Boland and Ganote. This one is good by Lothenbach. So 1 of 2 there to make it 30-28. Klepper will bring it up the court for Pine City to Lottie. Now quickly here in the near side to Gray. Back over to Metling. Inside to Vivian Lottie. Great pass back out to Metling. Metling lost it. Unverzat will get it back. She'll get it back out to Klepper. Great job there by Unverzat to get that ball back. Klepper, a shot. I think it might have been tipped. Either way, it's going to be taken by White for the rebound. They'll break out pass here to Eden Lothenbach, and now the pass is going to be out of bounds. I think it was tipped by Gray. Again, Gray has just been everywhere. That's Paige Gray, by the way, on the court here for Pine City this evening. Inbound to Eden Lothenbach. She'll drift to her left and pick up her dribble, give it inside to White. She'll go back outside to Brown. Brown drifting around. She'll give it now to Kate Davis. Kate Davis pausing, looking, goes inside White. White gets by the defender. Shot was blocked again. Klepper trying to give it inside. And, they're going to get a hold, and that should have been jump ball. Little block for Klepper, and another, they're going to get Lottie. Lottie couldn't believe it, neither could I. I thought she had all ball, but apparently not. In my opinion, I think it probably should have been jump ball, but so the referee had to bring both head coaches together. Apparently, they don't want any more comments about the calls. Apparently, it's been too much by both sides. So, unfortunately, they did get the warning, and that's not what you want to see. This shot is no good, and no, rebounded by Davis. Got to be a little bit more aggressive. Do the Dragons on that rebound opportunity? They were there, but they need to be more aggressive. Davis for three. That shot is no good. Rebound somehow taken by St. Croix Prep. This time it is no good, and the Dragons will get the rebound this time by Metling. Up the court to Bolin. Bolin nearly lost her dribble. Gives it Gray near side for three. Good! Paige Gray delivers, and we'll get a timeout called here by the Dragons. And I think this is just going to be to kind of bring in the team and bring the morale back up because for some reason they seem to be hanging their heads a little bit. 33-28 after that made three by Gray. We're going to take a commercial break while they take a timeout here on
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
The Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show, presented by Eskimo and Ion, returns December 13th through 15th.
Back here on WCMP, teams are getting ready to get back out onto the court, so I decided to come back a little bit sooner. Yeah, that Arrowhead Ice and Fishing Show, sports show rather, is up in Duluth here this weekend. Be sure to get on out to that. It's today and tomorrow, I do believe. If you can't get out there tonight, get up there tomorrow. 33-28, Pine City with the most recent timeout. That's actually their first, believe it or not, and they'll be left with four. They lead, but I think after what they seen was happening, I think they just needed a timeout to kind of boost morale a little bit. I think they were realizing that, hey, we're not being aggressive enough on the rebounds. We got to go back to that. And then not only that, just to pick up some morale a little bit. Kate Unverzad, nice job getting the rebound there. Quickly up the court, Boland has it. Boland, give it back to Metling. Metling waits, looking, gives it now to Unverzad. Unverzad near side to Gray. Gray, she'll drift towards the top of the key. Almost lost her dribble. Gives it to Klepper. Klepper had it poked out, but it's going to wind up getting to Metling. Metling will take the shot over the defender. It's no good. And Gray, she did a really good job to get around the defender, but by the time she did, she was a little too far out of bounds, so it will go back to St. Croix Prep on the missed three. Lottie in. Metling will get a rest. Kittleson will get set to inbound for St. Croix Prep. And she'll give it in to Brown. Brown quickly up the court, gives it off far side to Davis. Davis now back to Lily Lothenbach. Trying to get around the defender Bolin, but she'll have to give it back to Davis. Davis wanted to go inside. Pump fakes. Now will dribble to the top of the key. Gives it over to Lily Lothenbach. Near side corner here for Kittleson. Driving inside. Shot is up. No good. Lottie yet another rebound on the night. Klepper with it herself. Oh, yeah, that was a tough shot. She had to get it off because she knew she was going to travel. Shot is no good after getting her own rebound, and it's taken in by Sienna Brown. Top of the key wide open is Davis for three. She's going to instead pull it down, give it off far side to Brown. Brown will go inside now to McGurran. A long two is no good, and Klepper is going to get the rebound. She'll give it off to Lottie. Up the court to Gray. She's got numbers if she wants them. Instead, she's going to draw the foul. Nice job there by Gray, being aggressive and drawing that foul. They're going to get this one on Kate Davis, her first. Team's, second of the second half? So Paige Gray at the line now to shoot 2. 10:48 to go on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. First one is good by Gray. Their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care and friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Plus, they're going to leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever at EmbraceMN.com. Second one is good as well by Gray. And another 2 for her. And here come the Lions up the court. They'll give it back to Brown. Inside to White. Back to Brown, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Lions, and the Dragons will get it back. And now it starts to feel like the Dragons are starting to get that momentum fully swung in their favor. And things are starting to move in their direction a little bit more, and maybe they can't start to put this one away. Gray will give it near side to Klepper. Klepper will give it over to Lottie. Lottie going to hold on to it, give it back to Klepper. Going inside Gray, I don't think she knew she was going to get that pass. She swats it back out to Bolin because she couldn't hold on to it enough. And Bolin will drive inside. It's poked out, but they're going to get White here for the foul. And that is going to be her first, or excuse me, no, her second. I apologize. Her second, and the team's third. Inbound from Bolin to Klepper. Klepper to Kate Unverzant. Unverzant, she's got that height that she likes. She's got the length. Bolin thought about 3, pulls it down, gives it inside Klepper. Klepper trying to work through the defender, gives it inside to Bolin, and Bolin shot no good, but she was fouled. Does a good job to draw that foul. And she'll go to the line and shoot 2. Kittleson, the guilty Lion. Great passing there by Pine City. Mallory Klepper to Bolin from Unverzant. Just a great job overall. Bolin shot no good. Thought it had a chance to ricochet after hitting the back of the hoop and then maybe bounce back home, as this one will roll off the front of the net and or rim and fall in. So 1 of 2 there for Bolin. First points of the second half. White will bring it up. Trying to get past Bolin, but Gray sticks her hand out, nearly gets the steal, and now they'll give it to Bloom. Bloom guarded by Gray. A 4-on-4 there. This pass inside to White. She's guarded well by Unverzant. Nice spin move by White. Oh, my goodness. And she'll drop it in for 2. That's a spin move shot for 2 is not easy, and White did a really good job of getting that one to fall. Klepper with it now. Bolin will get the pass from Klepper. Trying to find somewhere to go inside. They'll give it to Gray. Top of the key, Unverzant. Now back outside Lottie. Far side for Bolin for 3. Just long on it. And it's going to be rebounded by Lottie. Over to Klepper. She thought about the long 3. Instead, she's going to take it inside, and with those long arms, she nearly gets that one to fall. And instead, she draws the foul. We're going to get this one on Brown, her third. Team's looks like 5th. And Klepper's at the line to shoot 2. First one's up and good. Couple subs here for both squads. Bolin back in for Unverzant on the Dragon side. And Klepper will line up for her second. They lead. And that is good. So now, after that one, they lead 38-30. Creeping up on halfway to go left in the second half. White has it, gives it up the court to Sienna Brown. Brown will go back to White. White inside, back outside here to Kittleson. Gets by the defender, trying to drive inside to Klepper, who nearly knocked it away. Got it back to White, and then White couldn't handle it cleanly, and it'll go out of bounds off of her, so the Dragons get it back on a turnover. Under halfway to go in this second half, 38-30. Dragons with the lead. Klepper will give it to Gray, back to Klepper. Klepper picks up her pass, then gives it off to Gray. Now up to Lottie. Wanted to go inside to Bolin. Back to Gray now. Gray nearly lost it. Back to Klepper. Klepper to Metling. Metling's going to call out the offense, get a play set up here. She'll give it to Gray. Gray looking. She wanted to go to Lottie. Instead gives it back here near side to Klepper. Now to Metling, then to Klepper. Now inside to Bolin. Bolin pulls it back in after that was tipped by the Lions. Back outside Klepper. Metling wide open for 3. It's going to come up just short. Going to race after the rebound, but White is the only one there for an easy rebound. And, Sienna Brown got away with a little bit of an elbow there, as I think that was Metling who got that one knocked out of bounds. So get a timeout called here by the Lions. And while they take one, we'll take one as well You're listening to Girls Basketball on WCMP.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, load up on deals like Red Bull 8.4 ounce cans, 3 for $6.50. Frito-Lay varieties, buy one, get one free. Buy a fountain drink and get a Reese's King Size candy bar for $2. And fill your propane tanks for $3.99 a gallon to get ready for hunting and frying that turkey. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Back on WCMP, Anthem Country. Dragons leading 38-30 with 8:20 to go in the second half. Out of the timeout, the Lions do get the ball. They will look to inbound. And you got 5 seconds to inbound. They do just get it in time to Lily Lothenbach. It was tipped on the inbound. I think that was Klepper again. She'll get it now to Kittleson, though. Back over to Sienna Brown. Back near side Kittleson. Inside to White. White trying that spin move. It's no good, but this time she gets fouled. And this will be interesting to see who this is on. If it's on Lottie, she's probably going to have to sit for a little bit. This one instead going to be on Mallory Klepper, who's it's her first. Okay. Nice job. 2 here for White as she's at the free throw line. 8:09 to go. It's good on the first. That one good as well. It rattles through. So White makes them both. It's 38-32. A little bit of full court pressure here by the Lions. Not a lot as the Dragons quickly get it up the court. Trying to go inside. Oh, Gray. I don't know how that worked out so well, but it was tipped on the pass inside to Gray. She wound up going with the reverse layup. Got to fall 40-32. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and that was kind of the case there for Pine City. Lily Lothenbach has it for the Lions. She gets it over to Sienna Brown. Brown looking, now gives it over on the far side to Bloom. Bloom pausing, give it inside to White. Back over to Bloom, and another pass there where the pass zigged and the player zagged. Just a little bit of miscommunication for the Lions, and now Pine City will get it back. Klepper will look to inbound. She'll give it to Lottie. Lottie will start in the backcourt, and then to Gray. Gray double team to Lottie. Lottie giving it over to Klepper. Klepper gets by. Klepper going inside to Metling. Quickly into Bolin, and Bolin got it to fall. Beautiful. You can't do it much better than that. Great passing there by Pine City. Just phenomenal. They get an E for exceptional on that one. Now inside. Remember when I said you better be lucky than good? That shot by Kittleson is the epitome of that. That had no business going in, but somehow it did. Okay, just a good lucky shot there. Bolin has it. She'll head fake. Give it now to Metling on the top of the key. Metling bounce pass to Klepper. Klepper looking. She'll give it now to Gray at the top of the key. Gray holding it over her head. She'll drift near side. Give it to Bolin. Bolin trying to allow the offense to set up something, but there's congestion inside the paint. We got somebody who fell. Bolin picks up the pass from Klepper inside, and Bolin will get it to fall. Nice job there by Bolin. Klepper and the defender fell. I think they just... Klepper fell pretty hard. I think she fell on that elbow. Klepper going to get checked out real quick, I think. Oh, Klepper. Yeah, she fell over the defender who fell first, and there was no malicious anything about it. I think the defender just slipped and fell. I think they got their feet tangled, honestly, inside because there was a ton of congestion. But when Klepper fell, I think she got herself with her elbows, unfortunately. So, or she may have just got the wind knocked her. She may have even hit her ribs, honestly. We don't know. I'm not going to speculate as to what she hurt. But no matter what, she fell hard, unfortunately. But we're just hoping and praying that she's all right. Meanwhile, the Lions have it in their offensive zone. With it now is Eden Lothenbach. White is going to drive inside. Ooh, and she draws the foul. I think this one might go on Kate Unverzat. Ooh, they're going to say Metling. So Metling is the guilty Dragon. It's our first, and White, oh my goodness. Another lucky roll there for the Lions. That one falls in off the front of the rim. 44-35 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible. Life Force Braces, own Invisalign, clear aligners. Made them both, did White. And now the Dragons leading still, 44-36. A little bit of full court pressure. They'll get it up to Bolin now, and the defense will have to get back. Give it to Metling near side. And now to Gray. Trying to go inside Bolin. Gray had it tipped, and she gets it back. Now to Metling. Metling guarded well on the sideline, and they're going to get a foul here on the Lions. Eden Lothenbach, her third. A little too physical on the contact with Piper Metling. 44-36. Lottie will inbound to Bolin. Bolin will give it back to Metling. Metling on the elbow, gives it to Lottie. Turnaround three is just short, and Bolin somehow comes up with the rebound, draws the and one. We'll give that to Kate Davis, her second foul, and the team's seventh. It'll be 1-1s for Dragons here on out. Klepper back out for Kate Unverzat, and Klepper appears to be okay, so thank goodness. That's what we want to see. I never want to see anybody hurt. Doesn't matter who. Bolin will convert the three-point play. So it's a 47-36 lead here for the Dragons. They get back on defense now. And this pass, apparently did not go out of bounds. And head coach Patrick Judd thinking the same thing I am. How is that not out of bounds? But that's all right. White will quickly put up a shot. It is no good. Bolin going to get the rebound here for Pine City. She'll give it up the court quickly to Gray, who had to sit with it, and then now nearly lost by Bolin. Bolin gets it back, battling hard inside. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how in the world she got that one up, but she manages to get it off the backboard and in for two. What a shot there by Brooke Bolin. 49-36. This pass ahead is going to go out of bounds, just out of the reach of Kate Davis. It will go back to Pine City. 5:06 to go. They lead 49-36. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, they'll do all the heavy lifting for you if you don't have insurance. Ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. That's at EmbraceMN.com. Gray to Klepper, back to Gray. Now back to Klepper. Klepper inside, Metling. Metling outside, Bolin. Klepper. Elbow three. Going to come up short. Lottie is going to keep it alive, but it's going to wind up being taken by White of the Lions. She's had a really good second half here for the Lions. She had 5 points in that first half. 9 here in the second half. And she's wide open underneath the basket, but that pass slipped through her fingers. Now the pass here to Kittleson slips through her fingers, but it winds up getting to Lothenbach almost as if it were a pass. 4.5 to go. That is Lily Lothenbach. Gets it over to Kittleson. Kittleson on the near side, drifting around, trying to get around the defender. Lottie, sidestep three. It's no good. Rebounded there by Gray. She lost it. And it'll be stolen here. I think that's Lily Lothenbach who gets it. And this shot is no good. Rebounded by Lily Lothenbach. Should have been a rebound for Pine City, but they mistimed the jump. White will now shoot a three. That is good. White has just simply taken over in the second half for St. Croix Prep. Bolin will give it to Gray, back to Klepper, back to Bolin. Now they're in the offensive zone. They'll give it to Metling, now to Klepper. Klepper trying to drive inside, back out Bolin. Bolin wanted to go top of the key. And Bolin going to get called for the double dribble. Pine City is going to call a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Don't forget, again, tomorrow we'll be back out here for the boys Dragon team taking on and hosting Duluth Marshall. Then tomorrow night we'll be over in Mora as they host West Lutheran. A lot of basketball action coming your way, especially before the Christmas break, before we get quite literally a little bit of a break in sports, so we don't have a lot of games to talk about and or do until after the new year. So next week we got a full week, and then after the 20th we do not have a game again until I think the 3rd. I think that's the next game, so you get a good break. 49-39, Dragons with the lead, 3:50 to go here in the second half. Dragons trying to extend their lead and kind of run away with it, but St. Croix Prep has just been kind of a thorn in their side and has not gone away quietly, but that is, I think, in large part due to the young lady who has been the majority scorer here in the second half for the Lions. That's Avery White. Again, 5 points in the first half, 12 now in the second half. Lions going forward. They get it past that center line. They'll get it over, and now the pass to Brown is knocked out of bounds by Bolin. Bolin trying to convince the ref, hey, that's out on them, but ref was not so convinced, not so easily swayed. White will inbound, and she'll inbound to Brown. White's going to slash to the underneath the basket. Instead, the pass go to Lily Lothenbach. They'll go far side to Eden Lothenbach. She gets by one defender, pulls up for two at the free throw line. It's no good. I believe that was Lily Lothenbach who got the rebound. And Brooke Bolin going to slice in there to get the rebound. And it won't be a rebound, but she will tie up the ball enough for a jump ball, and the possession arrow is pointing the way of the green and white. Klepper will inbound to Gray. Back to Klepper, back to Gray. Trying to get it into the front court. This pass is tipped. Gray's going to get it back. She'll hand it to Klepper. Klepper, and they got 2 seconds. They do get it to Metling. Underneath the basket, Bolin reverse layup. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That should have clearly been a foul, and it was not called. Oh, Bolin had her forearm ripped down by the defender. Oh, my goodness. A missed call there, but that's okay. They can't catch every single thing. They do as good of a job as they can, but that one was just a miss. Not dogging them at all, but just my opinion, that was a missed call. White inside again. That spin move gives it back outside here. I think that's Lily Lothenbach with it. It is. Instead, she'll step it inside and drop it in for two. 49-41. Dragons have to keep the pressure up offensively because St. Croix Prep is not going to go away quietly. If you just sit on the lead, St. Croix Prep is going to be right back into this one and take the lead from you. This ball is a kick ball. Yeah, that's a good call there. It is a clearly kick ball. Went off the defender's shoe. Vivian Latu will check in for Paige Gray. Bolin wanted to go to Unverzant, and then this one is over to Lati. She had to battle to get that one back from the defender. Nice job there by her. Bolin with it near side, goes for the long two. It is no good, and that's Eden Lothenbach with the rebound. They get it to Lily Lothenbach, who's up the court with it now in the offensive zone for St. Croix Prep. They go here to Brown for three. It's good. Yeah, you can't leave any of these Lion players alone from three. They're just going to nail them, and all of a sudden, Pine City's 10-point lead is chucked down to 5. Pine City again in a situation where it just feels like, man, it just feels like the Dragons have been caught a little bit off guard here and don't have that same energy they once had. They need a little bit of a spark, it feels. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves are at least winning over the Lakers, 50-44. They've really had a tough season so far, but they get this one going at least at halftime with the lead. Hopefully they can start to turn things in their favor. So the timeout called there by Pine City. They just want to get things going their way again. But again, Pine City, man, again, they got a really good stretch there of where, man, they were just purely the more dominant team, the better team, the more dominant team. And they could have easily started to run away with it. Probably could have even gotten themselves out to a 15, 20-point lead. But St. Croix Prep, give them credit. They've done a good job of just sticking with it and staying in this game. But for Pine City, there have been a few of those mistakes in this game where if they can even cut those in half, this would be still in Pine City's favor by a long shot. So Klepper will inbound to Gray. Got a full court press here by the Lions, and Klepper will get it up the court, get out of that press, and now back to Klepper from Lati. Lati was open, but Klepper decides to go to Gray and kind of get the play set up the way they want it. Klepper calling out the play now for the offense. She'll get it over to Lottie near side. Lottie pulls it down, gives to Klepper. Far side, Gray. Bolin trying to go inside Lottie. Beautiful pass and an even better shot by Lottie. Bolin to Lottie for 2, 51-44. Yeah, that was through some traffic, too. That wasn't an easy pass, but a great touch by Bolin on the pass and a great shot by Lottie. Eden Lothenbach thought about three, pulls it down, and she'll give it now to Kittleson. Kittleson drives inside, shot is up, no good, and Metling going to pull down the rebound, and they're going to get a foul here on the Lions. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Metling. This one on Lily Lothenbach, her second, team's 8th, and Metling will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, 1:26 to go, 51-44. Metling's first one. Oh, it rattles out. And rebound up for grabs. And White somehow comes down with it. Again, she has done the majority of the scoring here in the second half for the Lions. And now this pass, trying to get to her teammate, stolen away by Paige Gray. That was kind of a must-have for the Dragons. As now they'll get it to Lottie. Lottie will go back to Klepper in the offensive zone. Bolin guarded closely by White. Bolin gives it back to Gray. Gray to Lottie, under a minute to go. Dragons trying to hold on to the lead. This pass, oh, not what they needed there, stolen away by Brown. Now we're going to get, I think, a timeout call here by St. Croix Prep. They'll call a full 160 seconds. We'll be back after we're
Your journey to smile. Starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
51 seconds left. Dragons hold on to a 7-point lead over the Lions of St. Croix Prep. I thought this was going to be a good one. Then the Dragons started to pull away, and I was like, okay, all right, here we go. And St. Croix Prep has just given themselves in. You got to give them a lot of credit, though. They deserve it. St. Croix Prep trying to get up the court. A little bit of collision there, but no foul. I think that's a good no call. White inside. She's been dominant, and that one a rare miss. Metling is going to pull in the rebound for Pine City. That's going to go off of a defender out of bounds, so Pine City will hold on to it. I think Metling may have actually threw it off the defender. Smart play there by her, and Pine City will be facing a true full court press now from the Lions. Inbound here to Gray. Oh, my goodness, it goes to her hands. Shot is up after it was stolen away by Eden Lothenbach. No good. Rebounded by Bolin, and here we go. The shot clock is off. Pine City will just look to kind of pass out the rest of the game clock. As Klepper has it, gives it to Lottie. Ooh. Lottie stepped, they're going to say, on that boundary line on the far side. So unfortunately a turnover, 14 seconds to go. Lions not done yet. They'll get it inbounded here to Eden Lothenbach. They're taking too much time, though, for this shot. They'll give it over here. Near side Brown for three. That's going to be off the mark. No good. It's Lily Lothenbach with the rebound, and this will do it. It is no good, and it won't matter. Here we go. The Dragons come away with the victory here tonight over St. Croix Prep, 51-44. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we should have our A&W player of the game. We'll talk with her and then the head coach of Pine City. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Arrowhead Transit. Arrowhead Transit, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30 and is loose.
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson.
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown Vikings.
Catch the excitement all season long.
He caught it.
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
Back here on WCMP, a reminder real quick, if you're watching this game on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. Just hit that red subscribe button. That way you're notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event. And then all you have to do is click on the notification once it's sent to you, and it will take you right to the live local video. Of course, here in this one, the Dragons do get the victory over the St. Croix Prep Lions, 51-44. It was a close one here at the end, but the Dragons definitely felt like the better team here in this game, and unfortunately, the Lions just kept themselves in it. And I say unfortunately because it really felt like, man, Pine City was the better team, and they were starting to run away with it at one point, but St. Croix Prep kept themselves in it, and you got to love that, though, because a team who doesn't back down shows that determination, will, want, and to keep themselves in it, that is a great asset to have as a team. So looking at the stats here in this one, on the other side for St. Croix Prep, they were led by Avery White, 17 points. 5 of them came in the first half. She had a great second half. 10 for Sienna Brown, 6 for both Eden and Lily Lothenbach, and then 5 for Casey Sue Kittleson. On the other side for Pine City, they were led by Paige Gray with 12, Mallory Klepper with 13, Paige Gray with 12, Brooke Boland with 11, 7 for Vivian Lottie, and 3 for Metling. Rebound-wise, it was Mallory Klepper, 13 points, 13 rebounds. Lottie had 12 rebounds, 9 for Brooke Boland, one short of a double-double. They had 8 steals as a team, 5 blocks for them came from Mallory Klepper. They were 13 of 15 from the free throw line here tonight, and they only had 10 fouls all game long. So a really nice night here for Pine City. Again, even though they won, there are still going to be some things that they can work on. Still things that they can get better at, and which is awesome to see, because look how they played here tonight, and they still came out with a win, even though it may not have been the perfect game. But just to think that they can still improve on the season, that is, I mean, just thinking about that, it's got to make them excited, and it's got to get you going and really happy for the rest of the season, because they can only get better. And I can't wait to see what this team is going to be here, especially after Christmas. You get that Christmas break, and sometimes you get some injuries that get healed, and you get a little bit of rest, and the team comes back and well-rested and ready for the rest of the season. So we will get our A&W player of the game up here, and looks like that will be Brooke Boland. And while we await that, so we'll get Brooke Boland here on the postgame, our A&W player of the game. First of all, Brooke, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
And this was another physical contest for you guys, but defensively, even from that first game, it seems like you guys have improved. Is that the kind of the feeling in the locker room?
100%. We have improved so much. Judd's working us in practice. His motto is the practice should be harder than the games, and he's definitely living up to that.
Absolutely. I'll give you a second here to catch your breath as we talk with our A&W player of the game, Brooke Boland. 11 points, 9 rebounds here tonight, 2 steals on the evening. Your defense, though, again, just shut down all night long. The offense had a few struggles here and there, but what was the message when the offense got a little bit slow? What was the message to you from Coach Judd?
For me personally, in warm-ups, I was an absolute green shooter. I was literally money every time. And then I went in the game, and I missed my first 3 threes in a row, and I was like, well, that's not a good start. But then I passed the ball to Paige, and Paige made it in. And I was like, oh, okay, look at her go. And then I passed the ball to Mallory, and Mallory, there she goes again. And so then I think my momentum just stopped focusing on me in the first half. I was just like, well, I can't make anything to save my life, so you know what? It's just going to go to my teammates.
Well, you did make a couple there in that first half, but it really came on here in the second half offensively. But again, as we look at the team, we had talked about before this team kind of growing together, and there were going to be some growing pains throughout the season, but how much further do you think you've come just from that first game?
From the first game, I think our chemistry has just grown so much. In the summer, only 2 of us even had played together. You know what I mean? It's like we are a completely new team. It's like you have picked up 5 random girls off the street and put them on a team. So, their chemistry was not even existent except for, maybe 1 or 2 of us. You know what I mean? So, but now I feel like I know where Paige is going to be. I know where Piper is going to be. And I feel like we can just read each other a lot better now. And it's only our, 5th game. Absolutely.
And how much does a win like this give you guys confidence going forward? You only have a couple games before Christmas break, but how much confidence do you guys have now going into next week?
After our loss to Proctor, our confidence is a little bit low, but those are the kinds of teams that we can look up to and hope to be like one day, because those girls work harder than anybody I know. But winning a team like this who usually has 15 wins a season, it's huge. I think it'll help our QR points a lot to whatever.
No doubt. Well, again, Brooke, thanks so much for joining me, and good luck going forward.
Thank you.
That, again, was Brooke Boland, our A&W player of the game. Had a great night here for the Pine City Dragons, and we'll soon be joined by their head coach, Patrick Judd. And, again, a win here tonight for the Dragons, 51-44. Coach Judd, good win here tonight. First of all, congratulations on that win.
Yeah, thank you. It was really fun to watch the girls have to overcome some adversity and be in a tight one down the stretch, and they handled it very well. It's been pretty fun to watch them growing here over the last week.
Yeah, and talking with Brooke, she had just talked about that, how this team is growing just each and every day. Looking at this team defensively, it was an outstanding performance for you guys. Got a lot of blocks, a lot of turnovers, but offensively there still were some turnovers, some missed shots. What was the message to the team there when it seemed like the offense would go a little cold for a few stretches?
Slow down. That was the message, because we want to just go, and yes, we want transition baskets, but we got to be more selective about when we try to do it. And we were very fortunate that some of the ones that we did get up went in when we felt like we were still out of control. But, like I said, there's going to be bumps along the way. There's going to be learning curves. Our coaches may pick up a few more gray hairs, but by the end of the season, I think these guys will be playing pretty well.
Absolutely, no doubt. And looking at one of the young ladies who didn't have a ton of varsity experience coming into this season, who I thought had an outstanding game here tonight and really kind of showed her growth, was Paige Gray. She was all over the court, offensively, defensively. She got you guys going early on from 3. What has it been like to watch the younger players who have less experience than, say, a Brooke or a Piper come into a game like this and step up in a big way?
What I really like about Paige is that she understands that she has a role on the team and she wants to fulfill her job. She doesn't have to be the main scorer every night, but she will do what she's supposed to do. If she's supposed to shoot it, she'll shoot it. If she's supposed to go be active on defense, she'll do it. She's our defensive hound dog that goes around and tries to take away the best player's scorer, and she did it again tonight. I've been blessed to be able to coach her since she was a 7th and 8th grader, and she was on the C team when I was coaching there. So it's fun to watch her growing up and being that varsity player that I know she can be.
And talking about our A&W player of the game, Brooke Boland, didn't quite have the first half that she would have liked, and you've got some girls on here who are pretty hard on themselves when something like that happens, but she had a really good second half. What is it like to see one of the veterans of this team have a first half that they wish they would have had erased, but then come back in the second half and really turn it up?
Yeah, Brooke was a great example of that for sure, with the she wasn't getting the points, but she was doing the defense. She was doing the dirty work with the rebounds, getting that tie up down there in the second half. She made 3 great assists that got us a big lead, and she's starting to learn that it's important that when you're not having your night, that you got at the beginning, let the game come to you, and she'll get those points, and she did.
Yeah.
So I know kids like to get them right away and get them in heavy doses, but when she got the assist going, everybody backed off of her. Then she got hers, and so she'll get that figured out. It's no big deal. I'm proud of her.
Absolutely. And I thought this was a really good night for your team, just showing their growth, because there were some of the passes here tonight where they maybe early on in the season maybe wouldn't have made those, or just at least got them to their players. Tonight it looked a lot better. The touch on some of these passes was just phenomenal. Looking at even little things like that for you as a coach, I mean, how do you feel about that?
I feel great about it. I mean, but I can also go back and look at the losses. Like, why did we have bad passes? Well, we had a lot more taller players. We were playing against faster players. Tonight, there was not too many players that were taller than 2 or 3 of our girls, so those passes maybe were easier to see. So I'm not trying to take away from what we did, because we did do great stuff with touch passes and seeing the floor, but we also got to keep it in perspective. You don't get too high on the highs, you don't get too low on the lows.
Absolutely. And in a game like tonight, how much confidence does that give you as a coach, but also to the team having won a game like this?
It's a big win, because we know this team that we played plays a lot of bigger schools. It was funny, they played on Wednesday night against my old team that I coached years ago in Hastings, and so it was fun to kind of watch them play on my floor that I used to be coaching on. And we know that they're quick, they play physical, and they get after it, and our kids handled it very well. So that win probably doesn't happen earlier in the year, but because of the growth we've had from the beginning of this week down, and that team that we played last night, it definitely helped us win tonight.
And not too many games here before the Christmas break, but what are you hoping to see out of your team here before Christmas break?
Keep playing with no fear and respect everybody we play. That's the main message that we got to have. And if we play with the intensity that we've been playing on defense lately, there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to pick up some wins that maybe people weren't expecting.
No doubt. And Coach, thank you so much for joining me, and good luck here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Go Dragons.
That again was Patrick Judd, the head coach of the Pine City Dragons. Again, the Dragons win here tonight over St. Croix Prep, 51-44. Want to thank Coach Judd for joining me here this evening on the post game. Also want to thank our A&W player of the game, Brooke Boland, for joining us. Again, this was a really good team win for Pine City. I mentioned it with Judd. Just the growth. I think this was a really good game for Pine City themselves, just to see the growth that they have had throughout the season, just to see how much that they have improved, just to see how good this team can be. You heard it from Coach Judd. St. Croix Prep plays a lot of those bigger schools, so they know the speed, they have the physicality, they know what that's like, and a lot of times when you play those bigger schools, it kind of rubs off on you, and that's kind of what happened with St. Croix Prep, but Pine City stepped up to the plate really well here tonight. Offensively, they'll hope to get things going a little bit more early on, and maybe even just a little bit more consistently going forward, but defensively, I think if they can play with this same defensive intensity here that they did tonight, they're going to surprise a lot of people. You heard Coach Judd say they're going to win some games that people didn't think they had a chance in, and I don't think they're just going to win some games that people didn't think they have a chance. I think they're going to kind of roll over some teams that people didn't think they'd win against, or maybe thought would be close, because, again, this team did a really good job tonight. You may not see a ton of the points that they could have had here this evening, but just that ability and that willingness to stick with it, to continue to move forward, and just to continue to concentrate on what is in front of them and not get too high, too low. You heard Coach Judd talk about it. Can't get too high on the highs, same goes for lows. You can't get too low on the lows. So for Pine City, this is a really good win here tonight. And in talking with Boland, it's so cool to see the body language of her just talking about how the team has grown. You look at it out on the court and you might say to yourself, oh man, she's looking pretty upset with herself, or maybe she's not too pleased how a play worked out. But you come up and you have someone like her come talk to you and ask her about kind of what she's seeing on the floor and how she feels about the growth of the team. It's the body language. When you see her talk about it, you just see her brighten up. Her stature gets a little bit taller. She got a big old smile. I mean, it's Brooke Boland. Let's be real. She always has a smile on her face. It's Brooke Boland. But just talking about how much the team has grown, you can see how much it means to her and the team, and it was great to see that in talking with her. So, again, congratulations to the Dragons on the win here tonight over St. Croix Prep, 51-44. Congratulations to Brooke Boland being our A&W player of the game. That's going to do it for me here tonight, folks. But don't forget, we've got more basketball coming your way tomorrow. I'll be back here not bright and early, but earlier in the day than I normally would be. I'll be back here to call the Pine City Dragons boys basketball game as they host Duluth Marshall here tomorrow afternoon at 1:30, and then I'll be over in Mora later tomorrow night at about 5 p.m. for Mora hosting West Lutheran in that boys basketball game. Again, here the Dragons get the victory over the St. Croix Prep Lions, 51-44. Again, they will have the rest of the weekend off before returning to action next week, and then they'll be back at it as we take a look at their schedule here for Pine City. And they wrapped it up here this week tonight, and then they'll get back at it here. I thought it was Tuesday, but looking at it, it looks like it will be Monday. Monday they will travel to St. Francis. So again, as I talked about that road trip now that they'll have here for the next, I think it's 5-6 games. Not going to be easy. They'll be at St. Francis on Monday, and then they won't play again until next Thursday. Or no, excuse me, that's, next Thursday at ESCO. So they'll have 2 games Monday and Thursday at St. Francis, and then at ESCO. And then if we look at next Friday, they do get the night off next Friday, and then that'll be it. So it'll be St. Francis and ESCO, and then they take Christmas break. So it's going to be a tough little, see if I can find English. A couple of tough road games here for them before Christmas break. But again, if they can continue to play with the intensity they did defensively and find a little bit more consistency on offense, this team is going to be winning a lot more games. But I want to thank you so much for tuning in here tonight. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me because if you're tuning in, quite simply, I get to keep my job. So I appreciate that. I want to give a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring this and every other broadcast that we cover. Appreciate them. Again, if you're listening to this or watching this on our YouTube channel, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube. That way you'll be notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event. All you have to do is click that red subscribe button, click the notification when you get it, and it will take you right to the live local video. Best way to stay up to date with your local sports is on the morning shows on 95.5 FM KBK with Rock and Robin Riley. It's Joshua Miron over on 100.9 FM. You can catch the sports updates on those stations at 7:30, 7:45, 8:30, and 8:45. Another good way to stay up to date is our websites, WCMPradio.com, KBK.com. We'll have the broadcast schedule up there under the sports tab. Click on broadcast schedule. That'll be up and set every Monday afternoon. It is subject to change. We'll have articles from games that we've done and been at. We'll have interviews up there as well. And another good way to stay tuned and up to date is our social media pages. Our Facebook pages for both stations, our Instagram, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio. For all things local sports, again, interviews, articles, games that are coming up, games that have happened, records being broken, LOIs being signed, coaches retiring, coaches new being hired, all that and more on our social media. So go like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to stay up to date with our pages. Again, the final here in this one, the Dragons get the victory over St. Croix Prep, 51-44. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for 2 games on our airwaves, but other than that, that's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could really make their day. It costs nothing to be kind. We need more of it here in today's world. So, for WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night. Stay warm and have a fantastic weekend. Fantastic weekend.